Hi air signs, Gemini, Libra and Aquarius. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you guys here. So today we are going to be doing a reading for the Pluto in Aquarius for Gemini, Libra and Aquarius. What is going to happen? What are the changes that are coming up for you guys in the next 20 years pertaining to this particular transit, right? So the first download, my loves, that I was getting for you guys was mental masturbation. Okay, now when I tap into this energy, I'm getting that you guys are letting your freak flag fly. You know, this is something that's coming up very strongly for my air signs. You guys are letting your freak flag fly. You are letting the world know who you truly are, who you uniquely are. And this is happening through your intellect. This is happening through your mind, through your logic, through your rational ideas that you are trying to download from the ethers. Air signs, you guys are notorious for using your mind in order to be persuasive in whatever industry that you are in. You guys are known for being very witty, very sharp in terms of knowledge and the pursuit of knowledge, right? So I see that you are going to 10x your knowledge, like you're going to multiply your knowledge, you're going to multiply your wits, you're going to multiply your intellect. You're definitely going to be improving in the area of your intelligence within the next 20 years, and it's going to be a drastic change. Like, you won't be able to recognize yourself for who you were. Definitely my Aquarians, I'm picking up for you guys that you guys are going to be the leaders in terms of this particular transit, because this is going to shift the perception of mankind for the next 20 years, and how the systems and the new systems have to be set up in order for new type of rulerships to occur, you know, because in the past, whatever kind of rulerships have occurred have not really been fruitful for everyone, and Aquarius rules equality, and Aquarius rules the people, you know, the people's rights. So I see a lot of changes coming up in terms of those things. I see Libra, you guys also pushing this narrative where we need a change in the type of governance that we have had. I see Gemini, you being very curious about different types of systems and accumulating the knowledge about these systems in the past and how they have worked versus how they haven't, and you know, publishing it out through your books, through your blogs. I see you publishing, I see you blogging, I see you podcasting. Okay, a lot of mental masturbation, like I was saying, right? Yeah, there's no stopping your intellect in the next 20 years for my air signs. Okay, there's a lot of back and forth, a lot of push and pull. I do see opposition in terms of people being jealous of your intellect, people being jealous of the kind of knowledge that you have, people being jealous of the kind of uniqueness in the way that you are phrasing yourself, in the way that you are expressing yourself. You will be the pioneers in the next 20 years in terms of communication, in terms of public speaking, in terms of leadership. Okay, and this is all going to happen through your intellect, through your knowledge. Okay, I see some of you taking public speaking classes as well to improve your vocabulary, to improve your confidence while speaking in public. A lot of this happening where you can improve yourself. I see you reading a lot of books. I see you listening to audiobooks while you fall asleep, so that your subconscious mind can tap into the knowledge that you are accumulating. I see a lot of you getting into these things, a lot of you innovating new technologies through AI based on the concepts that you have researched about. I see you being pioneers in that. Okay, I see you also speaking up about technologies that are going to be harmful versus helpful, and how can you be in the middle to tackle those situations from a neutral perspective. Okay, that's Libra. That's where Libra comes in with the balance energy, with the middle energy, right? With the justice energy. All right. So let's tap in, collective. Mental masturbation for air signs, Gemini, Libra and Aquarius. These were just the downloads. Okay. Spirit, please tell me, what is coming up for the air signs? We have dream telepathy, by the way. Interesting. Okay, so a lot of telepathy, telepathic communication. Okay, the first card we have for you, I'm sorry I drugged you. Interesting. Okay. Something about drugs. I was talking about masturbation. So something about sexuality as well, and how the sexuality of previous cultures have tamed people or have limited people into a certain dogma or into a certain box, and how sexuality needs to be open or sexuality needs to be expressed in a sacred way. But how can sexuality benefit mankind? I see you researching on these things, on these topics. I'm seeing, I'm sorry I drugged you. So this is talking about drugs. This is talking about pharmaceutical companies. Some of you will definitely be opening up about pharmaceuticals and how they are destroying human health, how they are destroying mankind. Okay. I feel like air signs, whoever's watching me, whoever's watching this reading, you guys are the rebels. You know, you guys do not follow what has been told to you. You guys are very curious. You like to learn. You like to accumulate knowledge based on your personal opinion and not based on what other people think or what other people believe. You believe in what you know, okay, and you want to know more about these things. So you could be also researching about like different kinds of 𝗲𝗄𝕃𝗃 substances. Let me know in the comments if I'm pronouncing it correctly. But yeah, something about substances that can raise your vibration, raise your consciousness, elevate your vibrations, okay, evolve your perception. I see you researching a lot about different perspectives on a particular subject, okay. You're not coming from a single perspective, so it's like you can attack a single subject from different perspectives. So your perspective on a particular subject is increasing, okay. Some of you could be getting into education or changing your path of education from one to another, completely releasing what you were thinking about in the past and moving on to a different subject or moving on to a different path. Some of you could be graduating within the next 20 years as well. Okay, some of you could be getting into the medical health industry. Alternative medicine is also what I'm hearing. Researching about alternative medicine, researching about natural immunity. Energy medicine is also what I'm hearing, okay, for you guys. And also something about mentally connecting with others. So telepathy, telekinesis, sharpening of your psychic senses, your sixth sense, I'm hearing, sixth sense. Okay, so mental masturbation and the sixth sense. Mental mathematics is also what I'm hearing. Some of you will be sharpening your skills in mathematics. I'm also hearing mathematics that matters and not mathematics that is taught in school, okay, or taught in college. All right, interesting. Spirit, give me more. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Pluto in Aquarius, how is it transforming my air signs? What is coming up? What changes are coming up for the air signs? We have healing childhood trauma. Beautiful. I love this for you guys. Okay. Abusing authority. Look at that. Literally abusing authority. Okay. Yeah. You will be exposing the authorities that abuse their power, abuse their authority over humanity. Some of you could be whistleblowers as well within big organizations. I can see people whistleblowing. So a lot of air signs who are in big industries, who are a major part of the big industries that they are in, will be whistleblowing on their organizations on how unfair it has been for the employees, how unfair their organization has been to humanity in general. Okay. The door of death. Wow. Interesting. A lot of you are studying death, studying healing, okay? Healing from childhood trauma, healing from any kind of drug abuse or any kind of substance abuse. Maybe you grew up around parents who were into substances, into drugs or into alcohol, and you will be learning how to heal these things, versus also how to heal yourself so that you can heal your bloodline. You will also be researching about death and the door of death. I'm also hearing something about the dream. Okay, there's something else coming up here, air signs. Something about researching death, where there is a door that you enter in a dream, and once you enter that door, you lose your life in this reality. So there's something about this that you are about to research. You are about to understand what death truly is. Is there an afterlife? You are going to prove these things, okay? You are going to prove that permanent healing of childhood trauma can happen in one lifetime, okay? Permanent healing of addictions can happen. So some of you could be having, could be researching on these things so that you can help people, help humanity, okay? There will be a lot of fear of death, so you will be speaking up about what death truly is through your scientific and logical research, intellectual research on the perspectives that you have gathered of death based on certain scientific research or studies. I'm hearing survey, past life regression. A lot of things are coming up for you guys, air signs. Like, I'm a Gemini moon. I have a lot of air in my chart, so yeah, this is definitely, like, I can understand what this is all about. Like, yeah, it's gonna be one hell of a ride, okay? Let's see. Something about the mysticism of dreams as well, okay? Spirit, please tell me what changes are coming up for the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, for the Pluto in Aquarius transit for the next 20 years. Okay, wow. Okay, we have Ansu's rune in reverse. We have sex magic backfired in reverse. Yeah, I was picking up something about mental masturbation, remember? And then we have sex magic here. So something about sacred sexuality, okay? And how to use sexual magic in the right way, because I think you have realized people using these methods in the wrong way. So I'm definitely seeing that, okay? Let's get all the cards first. Spirit, please tell me about air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What changes are coming up for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius? We have retrocognition, backward knowing, interesting. And then we had forward also. I had seen the card forward when I was shuffling as well. We have kleptomaniac, shoplifter or thief. We have father, landlord as well. I do see you buying a land as well in the next 20 years. Okay, we have the 8th sphere, moon lock plus Saturn. Wow, this is deep, guys. Like, brothers, okay, brothers. There's a lot of family stuff coming up, a lot of fight or feud that is going to be resolved in the next 20 years. Could be between your father or your, your bloodline, where things were unfair or unfairly distributed. Those things will be resolved within the next 20 years. Now, yeah, so what was I getting about the sex magic thing? So yeah, you have realized that there's a lot of misunderstanding about what sex magic is, what sex is all about, So you guys are going to be researching about these things, like researching about sex, researching about magic, researching about how to make mental magic happen. So you will be inventing mental magic based on sexual intimacy with another person. You will be inventing something on those lines in the next 20 years. Okay, there's a lot of misunderstanding, delusion about these things, a lot of misunderstanding about drugs, where people think that drugs are meant to like destroy you, or drugs are meant to make you sick, drugs are meant to make you addicted to them, and you are going to bust the bubble for people by maybe teaching them about like microdoses or something to do on those lines. Okay, also about sexuality, like I said, also about healing, so mental healing in terms of any kind of sexual trauma that has happened in the past since childhood. I feel like you will be able to invent something where you can go in a person's mind, like connect to a person's mind through technology in order to heal past life traumas, something to do with this. Okay, with the retrocognition, backward knowing, it says knowledge of the past events which could not have been learned or inferred by normal means. So you are going to know about the past, you're going to know about how creation happened and how eternity works, how infinity works. Okay, you're going to research about this, and you are not only research about this, but like you're going to have an experience with death. Some of you are going to cheat death, okay, through experimentation. You're going to experiment and cheat death. Okay, wow. I'm hearing something about like bringing back the dead, like bringing the dead back, bringing that consciousness back. Okay, because energy never dies, it only transforms. You know this, you're going to prove this. Of course, this thing is proven, but like you're going to invent something which will bring the dead back to speak to us, give us the information about the past. You are going to channel ancestors, primordial ancestors, that are going to teach humanity about their history, about why they are here, about what is their goal, and things like that. You're going to channel very, very high level entities, very high intelligence is what I'm hearing. Okay. Now, something about maniac. Okay, maniac, because I am getting kleptomaniac here and I was getting megalomaniac when I was shuffling the cards. So something about thieves, shoplifters. So some of you are definitely going to figure out how to catch criminals or research about the consciousness of criminals and where it originates from, what is the distortion of perception in terms of that lack consciousness, that scarcity consciousness within people to actually steal from another person or to take from another person out of greed, out of vanity, out of boredom, out of, them being misunderstood or whatever. I think you're going to bring it down to a science so that people who even do this can heal from this. You will be healing criminals, you will be inventing technologies that can heal criminal mindset, distorted mindset, and maniacs. Like you will be healing maniacs or healing mania mental illness, you will be healing mental illness is what I'm hearing. It could be your own, it could be in your bloodline, it could be your father's, it could be your mother's, but something about your father, something about patriarchy. You are going to stand up towards patriarchy and speak on how it has affected children, how it has affected women, and how it has kept humanity trapped in a loop of the 8th sphere, right? This is the 8th sphere, which talks about moon lock plus Saturn. So this talks about you learning about the 8th sphere, you learning about the fears of humanity, and these fears that are within humanity are collective. They are one and the same, but they are distributed within each of the humans separately, but they are one and the same. It's like a bubble of fear that has been distributed within people, and you are going to discover this collective fear, okay, and you're going to break that bubble, I'm hearing, okay. I'm hearing you're going to come back from death, or you are going to cheat death in front of people, and you're going to show people that immortality exists, or whatever people are living in this world is a delusion. Wow. I'm hearing ancient future. You're going to channel your higher self in these next 20 years. Air signs, mental masturbation, absolutely. Okay, you're going to research about what happens after death, like I said, with the 8th sphere and the door of death and backward knowing. It's like you're going to nail something about time traveling. You're going to prove time traveling exists. You are going to have your ancestors visit you in your dreams. Your ancestors visit you to give you certain gifts in your dreams. And these gifts will save humanity. These gifts will activate humanity. These gifts will heal humanity. This is very deep, collective. Like, I don't know if you're understanding the depth of what I'm channeling, right? Because I was getting knowledge as well. So yeah, with the retrocognition, cognition, something about thinking, thoughts, explosion. I'm hearing explosion. So thoughts are like explosion. Every thought you have is an explosion within your mind. Thoughts are like waves that become a particle when and the particle is like the matter, okay, the matter that we see, that we can touch, that we can feel. So you are going to tap into the thought waves, and through the thought waves you will learn about retrocognition as well as about time traveling and about channeling certain information that can literally protect and save humanity. Okay, a lot of healing is going to happen. I see you definitely setting up shop in terms of healing the criminals, like I was saying as well. Why a criminal commits a crime. Okay, and this is not about just one criminal, this is the collective consciousness. So I'm hearing you're tapping into like different collective consciousnesses. Wow. Air signs, you guys are killing it. Okay, next 20 years, let me know in the comments down below. Like, I really want to know if you're already working on these things, or you already have ideas on these things, or you're already researching on these things. But yeah, something about 8. So number 8 could be significant. 8 months from now, 8 years from now, 8 days from now, whenever you're watching this, something significant is going to happen. Okay, this reading is an activation for you guys. Alright, let's see. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Acceptance. Let's get all the cards out. We have the Starry Night. Yeah, I think you're also going to develop some kind of technology. Look at that. This looks like an ancestor, doesn't she? She looks like an ancestor, literally, with the feathers. Okay. Wow. But something about the stars in the night as well. Night. So information that is in the dark is going to come to light through you, air signs. Okay. Anything in the dark that people are misled about is going to come to light. Also with the trees and the herbs, with the drugs here, definitely you will be inventing medicine, different kind of medicine, energy medicine, herbal medicine, alternative medicine. Something about the power of breath. We have dragon power at the bottom of the deck. So something about the power of the breath, the power of the stars. So I'm hearing channeling the power of the stars on earth by magnifying the light of the stars through different gadgets and putting it in concoctions, putting it in herbs, putting it in medicine. Oh my god, you guys, I'm hearing stellar consciousness, aliens. Okay, the aliens within you are activating, air signs. We have prosperity, of course. Air signs, you guys are not even thinking about prosperity though. It's just coming to you. Like, it's just coming to you. You're going to work hard towards these dreams as well. Okay, with the bee spirit. Let's get all the cards out for you guys. We have, oh my god, the power card is out again for you guys, of course. Spirit, air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Beauty. We have flexibility. Yeah, I'm telling you, you're going to have an adventure in the next 20 years. Healing, exactly. At the bottom of the deck, we have chaos. Ooh. You have no idea what I'm channeling, guys, but this is like the beginning of existence. This is what you're tapping into. I'm hearing primordial ancestors, primordial gods, primordial magic. Ooh, that's powerful. That's powerful, air signs. Okay. Bottom we have chaos, leadership, expansion, purification, transmutation. Wow. Okay. So air signs, what I'm getting for you guys, you are definitely channeling something from the stars. Okay, you could be studying the stars, you could be wanting to study science, or you could be getting into chemistry, biology. You want to know more about the facts that humanity has accumulated. Either you will be doing this in a conventional way by going to university, by going to college, or you will be doing it in a very unconventional homeschooling, home studying way, where you research about the books that, you know, give you knowledge on the certain subjects that you're interested in, especially about the stars, about the cosmos. Okay, why is there a day? Why is there a night? Why are there cycles in the cosmos? Why are things spiraling? what is the torus field, Fibonacci sequence, 𝗵𝗃𝗵. I'm hearing you guys research about these things. Okay. I see you guys being up at night at times, you know, focusing on these particular subjects that you're interested in. And this is going to bring in a lot of prosperity for you guys. Okay. People are going to flock to you like bees to honey, is what I'm hearing. Okay, and that's because of your internal power. You're tapping into the dragon within you. You're tapping into dragon magic, primordial magic, like I was saying. And this is the healing power of the dragons. Some of you are going to prove that dragons existed and what powers they had. Some of you are going to ground the powers of the dragon within yourself, within your human body, literally. Grounding the powers of the dragon within your human body. So you need to study about the dragon in case you're interested. History of the dragons, what powers did the dragons hold in terms of healing, in terms of, you know, supernatural abilities, going between dimensions, and also something about the 8th dimension with dragons as well. So the 8th dimension consciousness is something you are going to bring down. I see you going on adventures with your friends, with your soul tribe, people who you love, you meeting your soul group. You will also come in contact with like fairies or fae or different entities that are going to help you with the kind of healing that you are bringing to the world. And this is going to provide you a lot of prosperity, like I said, you know. I don't think you're looking for prosperity. I think you're very passionate about these things. You're very curious about these things. Hence, you're going to go on these adventures. Hence, you're going to focus on bringing these powers to the 3D reality. And you're going to create powerful healing through your flexible mind. Okay, some of you could be getting into beauty industry, healing beauty, getting into natural beauty as well, ancestral beauty. I'm hearing ancestral clothing lines with feathers, tiaras, natural clothing. Okay. Some of you will be fighting for animal rights as well, healing for animals. Some of you could be stepping into like animal healing industries and bringing powerful healing through animals. Some of you will be taming animals to the point where you're not controlling them, but they love you or they are going to communicate to you. So I see animals communicating with you. Animal communication, animal whisperer. You're also going to be communicating with higher dimensional beings, which is why animals will also find it easy to communicate with you, because your heart will open towards nature. Your heart chakra is opening towards prosperity, towards being of service to the world, and this in turn is bringing back the abundance that you so deserve. I see a lot of dream activity happening. I see you manifesting like objects from your dream into reality. I'm not even kidding you. I'm seeing you manifest objects from your dream into the reality with the door of death and dragon power. Like you are going to manifest different powers by cheating death. Some of you could love the movie Final Destination, because there's always, you know, these scenes where the characters are cheating death in the movie. Okay, so very, very interesting, my loves. And also with the primordial powers here, I see you communicating with primordial energies, okay, with the chaos. First there was chaos, the being of chaos, the storm spirit, and that's when, you know, things started manifesting and existence began. So Greek mythology, something about Greek mythology, learning about Greek mythology, or channeling primordial beings to provide you with supernatural gifts, to prove to humanity that there's a lot more than we know about, and to ascend humanity from the level of superficiality to infinity, to eternity. Okay, some of you could be also learning about like chaos or darker underworld energies, to understand what it is all about. Some of you could be harnessing the power of the storms. Some of you could be channeling electricity through your body, Tao, I'm hearing Tao, or harnessing Chi, the power of Chi. Definitely I'm picking up some anime energy here. But technological revolution, you will be a part of this. You will also let humanity know about like what are the good technologies versus what are the harmful technologies, and how can people protect themselves from harmful technologies versus how can people use technologies for their advantage to benefit themselves. Wow. Let's keep this card because very, very powerful energy coming in right here. Okay. Yeah, let's keep the leadership also. So you're going to be leading, like I was saying, air signs, right? You're going to be leading the next 20 years. You are going to be placed in leadership positions in terms of your power, your prestige, your ability to create the reality that you so desire. You're going to teach people how to accept the beauty within the world rather than running away from it, rather than not choosing to experience it because of the struggles or the traumas or the pain. You're going to teach people how to accept the pain, so pain transforms into beauty in their lives. Pain transforms into power in their lives. Okay? A lot of healing in terms of chaos and in terms of abusive authority, and you being in leadership position to challenge the previous leadership that was only based on chaos and only based on inauthentic power. Okay, and you are going to birth authentic power. Very, very deep. Very, very deep. Some of you could be getting into flowers. Okay, so flowers, plant magic, I'm hearing green magic, plant magic, floral magic, fragrances. Some of you could be getting into perfumes that are supernatural, perfumes that can beautify the aura, beautify self-love, increase self-love basically. Medicines that can make people more flexible. Medicines that can increase metabolism, allow people to feel like they have worked out even without working out. Like, you're going to nail these things with the 9 of Swords. Yeah, like, oh my god, so many ideas, right? Like, oh my god, you're scared, air signs, but I think there's a reason why your intellect is so sharp. There's a reason why you have been gifted the power of knowledge, the power of knowing, the power of curiosity, and the power of balance, equanimity. Okay? Air signs. I'm seeing holograms also, something about hologram technology. You will teach people about how to discern between real versus fake in terms of technology as well. Like for example, how there are fake UFO invasions that the government is trying to, publicize in media. You will teach people how to discern between the right versus the wrong information. Okay. Yeah, Ace of Cups. You love this. This is pure love for you. You love humanity, you love life, and you want to share this love of life with others. Like you're going to discover the love for life again. There's a rebirth happening in the next 20 years for my air signs. A lot of mental masturbation. Okay, a lot of it. We have Four of Swords. Yeah, look at that. Like she's literally lying down on top of a coffin. So you will be learning about death literally, or you will be cheating death. Something about calling the dead back through the stars, or channeling higher entities through the stars, like I was saying, yeah, you will discover something about this. Spirit, please tell me what's coming up for the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I see you healing a lot, air signs, okay? Healing from the past, healing from any kind of trauma that you have faced. Six of Cups. We have World. Ooh, international travel. Okay, traveling all over the world with people that you love, with soul group, with people that you know from the past. This could be family members, this could be your lover, your soulmate. You could be traveling the world with your soulmate, the love of your life. After healing from a very painful heartbreak in the past, you will be uniting with a past life soulmate, someone who you can be a digital nomad with, somebody who you can travel the world with. Okay, you have a very big mission, air signs, whoever's tapping into this reading right now. This soulmate of yours could be a Scorpio, strongly, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo as well. Wow. We have the Tower. We have Temperance. And at the bottom of the deck we have Empress in reverse. Okay. I see you traveling, like I said. I see you probably moving back to a childhood home, or I see you definitely blowing people's minds with the kind of information that you are bringing, and this is going to shock the world. Okay, the kind of information that you are going to be channeling in the next 20 years is going to shock the world. It's going to beautify yet terrify the world, because there was a lot of fake information that had to be toned down, and you will be the person, or you will be the collective, air signs. You will be the collective who will be tearing people's fake beliefs down, people's fake perceptions down, people's fake agendas down, especially people in power. You're going to be healing the mindset for people and provide groundbreaking evidence on different types of healing modalities, different types of mixtures within chemicals, I'm hearing something about water, channeling through water. Secrets of water and thunder, because there's thunder here in the tower. We have the chaos spirit, we have the thunder, we have the water here. So something about alchemy. You will be learning about these things, okay, because we have water here as well. I see you doing a lot of like past life regression, or going back to your past life to like bring the gifts of your past lives back into this reality, or downloading gifts from your higher self down to this reality. And you are going to create groundbreaking evidence on the difference in the types of gifts that every individual has based on the powers of their soul, the uniqueness of their soul, and how those unique gifts make up the collective. Any kind of chaos within people, you are going to be able to alchemize it. You are going to turn the chaos into power through alchemy. Your angels, your spirit guides are going to help you through this process. It is going to be scary at first. Your world will feel like it's shaking up. You might feel like you are destroying certain past relationships in order to make new ones, in order to forge new reality for yourself. You might look selfish to other people. You might look like you are doing something too catastrophic for what they are comfortable with, but that's not your responsibility. I feel like if people love you, they will accept you for who you are with the acceptance card. They will accept your soul path. They will accept the power that you are meant to step into without being triggered by it. You are being struck with the lightning of chaos to bring in authentic power, to birth authentic power in this world. And for that, you will have to channel those gifts and bring in those past life gifts, as well as bring in the gifts from your higher primordial self. You are going to have encounters with angelic beings in your dreams. You are going to have encounters in real life with beings of higher dimensions, and this will happen through your own exploration, through your own fierceness, through your own fearlessness. The more you shut down to this, the more you won't be able to channel this energy. Okay. The zodiac signs here I'm seeing are Libra, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio heavy, Sagittarius. Alright, my loves. So this is what I have for the Pluto in Aquarius for my air signs, Gemini, Libra and Aquarius. Let me know in the comments down below how you felt about this reading. I am mind blown. If there's anything else that comes up, I will definitely write it down in the comments. Sometimes I channel more things when I watch the reading again, so I might do that later on. But let me know how you felt. Are you electrocuted by this information? Are you magnetically drawn into this information? Something about electromagnetism also. Wow, I'm hearing spaceships, building spaceships. You're going to teach people how to like build spaceships or explore the space or something on those lines, okay? Where you are going to give power in the hands of people to do this rather than corporations or, you know, yeah, something on those lines as well. Wow, this is incredible, guys. So definitely let me know who you guys are. You guys are not the ordinary bunch who I'm channeling for. I'm channeling for very, very extraordinary beings, and we all are extraordinary, but Some choose to tap into this, some get scared and run away. So yeah, let me know who you guys are. I really would like to know. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Thank you so much for letting me read for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, check out the description box below where there's a tarot booking form. Also, if you're feeling extra generous and would like to donate to my channel, you can definitely do that through my PayPal link given in the description box below. You can also donate some tarot decks from US and India to both my wish lists in the description box based on US and India. Both are given in the description as well. Alright, my loves. So thank you so much and peace.